New York Mayor Eric Adams began a 4-day tour of Latin America yesterday and plans to dissuade migrants from traveling to the city. Apparently, he's going to do it by telling them that he's the mayor.
That might convince a few of the illegal alien gang member, drug smuggling cartel members, Sinaloa killers, but probably not many. Well, happy Friday once again, and welcome back. We are at 888-630-9625. You know, the Democrat Party loots a lot and they shoot a lot of people. A lot of killing out there, Democrats, and they say, oh, the FBI has to be unleashed on the MAGA extremists because several years ago there was some upheaval for 2 hours on the part of a couple of hundred people. But they have the FBI. What's the good of having control of the Justice Department if you can't abuse the FBI for political reasons? That's the way the left sees it. Power is a zero-sum game. They have it. They will beat you over the head with it. They're not liberals. They're the left. The Democratic Party isn't. And with that, I've got a lot to get. You know, one of the many mental illnesses that the Democrat Party has today, defending criminals and hating the police. Also, trying to convert kindergarten children from one gender to another and sexualizing LGBTQ style little children. The younger, the better. You know, what's their favorite university, Michael? What is the Democrats' favorite university? It's an old Michael Jackson joke. Brigham Young. See, Brigham Young. They love Brigham Young because they're sexualizing little children. They're demented. They're insane. And one young woman that decided she had had enough of that is a woman named Riley Gaines, a college swimmer, and she has become something of a leader. Not that she sought to become a leader, but she recognized that women were being, and the word that my best girl, I think, originated was erased. Women are being erased from our culture, from our civilization by the left, which here in the United States is the Democrat Party. Very violent party, criminal party, anti-constitutional party, anti-freedom, anti-liberty. They're not on our side. But Riley Gaines stood up and she was attacked and flogged and beaten, and lefties, well, metaphorically, but lefties showed up at her speaking engagements and disrupted them, and they're violent. Because the left is always violent. They've always been violent. Their essence is violent. And here's Riley Gaines. She's got a good idea. And I think this is a lot of fun. She wants to have a day, one day a year. You know how we got like Gay Pride Month or Gay Pride Decade or whatever it is, Never Stop with the transgenderism and the whole thing. It never stops. Riley Gaines, being a reasonable person, a normal person, who Hillary Clinton would say needs deprogramming, needs major deprogramming because the left is here to program you, not to deprogram you. Formal deprogramming, Hillary Clinton said, for half of America, which is something the Maoists love to hear from Hillary Clinton, who's still standing in the wings, waiting to become president of the United States. Like a Soviet leader with her furry hat standing off to the side, reviewing the troops in Red Square. That's pretty much who Hillary is. But in any event, back to Riley Gaines. Riley Gaines, the championship swimmer who had to compete against a 6'8" man with male genitalia, who said, "I'm a lady now. I'm swimming as a lady." What was he ranked? Like 674 as a man, and then, ranked number 1 as a woman. Right? We had another one the other day, right? Ranked.
The Maine jogger.
Yeah, the runner in Maine who is a man who suddenly said, "I'm a lady and I'm running, and now I'm ranked number 1 in the state as a track and field runner because now I'm a lady." And he was ranked 127 or 172. A little dyslexia. My apologies. 172, he was ranked number 172, and then he said, "Now I'm a lady," and elbows the real women out of the way. And then he's ranked number 1. And the Democrats say, oh, isn't it wonderful? I'm so open-minded. I'm so open-minded that my brain fell out and went splat on the asphalt because I'm actually a demented moron. But Riley Gaines, the college championship swimmer, now former, and now what happened to that women's liberation and women's rights and Title IX and respecting women and Pound Me Too? Remember the Pound Me Too movement where the Democrats would beat women? And so women's rights activist Riley Gaines has urged fans to celebrate October 10th as, quote, Real Woman's Day. Real Woman's Day. Don't use biological women. Don't fall into that trap. A biological woman is a woman. A biological man is a man. The word biological is unnecessary and superfluous because we know what men are and we know what women are, but the Democrat Party has dismantled all of society, science, the language, semantics, in order to advance this demented, apparently, gay child molesting cult. Talk about needing reprogramming. These people need to be reprogrammed. Formal deprogramming, Hillary Clinton said. So she wants October 10th to be Real Woman's Day. Real Woman's Day, right? Now, I've got Riley Gaines explaining why, and I think this is great. I think it's fun and it's clever and it's thoughtful and it works on every level. Here is college championship swimmer and had the trophy stolen from her by a man who's 6'6" and has male genitalia. And said, I'm a lady. And all the Democrats say, he's a lady. He's a lady. But what about his external male genitalia? He says he's a lady. So he's a lady. And then they, overdose on mescaline or something because they're insane. But here's Riley Gaines, who is 23 years old and was thrust into this position by the insane, science-demented Democrat Party.
We need a day to honor real women.
Real women.
Women with XX chromosomes.
What?
So after thinking and brainstorming, I have now declared October 10th as Real Women's Day.
Why?
Now, why October 10th?
Why?
October 10th is the 10th day of the 10th month, which in Roman numerals is XX. And if you took 5th grade biology, then you know XX is the female chromosomes.
1010 XX Roman numerals. October 10th, XX chromosomes. Women, Democrats now deny science because they're insane and they're demented on matters of gender. And in fact, I went to Al Gore's Amazing Internet this morning and I just look at my XX chromosome data. And the National Institutes of Health under Joe Biden put it this way: under the left-wing radical Democrats, Fauci was funneling money to the Wuhan Institute of Virology, our money, and then how many died, how many millions. Pay no attention. But here's what the National Institutes of Health, the NIH, says on their website, and this is completely insane. In most cases, the female is XX. In most cases? No, in all cases. And the male is XY. You see, we, Western civilization, the patriarchy, we cracked the code on chromosomes in the 20th century. The Democrat Party has had a mental meltdown since then. They've erased all memory of known science, established science. Talk about settled science. Here's something that's settled science, and that is, we mapped the genome. We discovered chromosomes. We can tell from a bone fragment from a dead person from 300 years ago, whether it was male or female, by the chromosomes. And here it says, in most cases, NIH, the female is XX and the male is XY. These are our chromosomes. Every now and then, males can be XYY, all right? But, if you're female, your chromosomes reveal that in every cell of your body. Reveal that your chromosome, that you're female because your chromosomes are XX. And we can identify this thanks to the patriarchy and science, which the left is against because they're insane and they want to destroy the world. So every individual must have at least one X chromosome, since the female is XX. Well, I thought just sometimes. Each of her eggs has a single X chromosome. The male, being XY, can generate two types of sperm, Half bear the X chromosome and half bear the Y chromosome. And that's why you have boys and girls, men and women. And that's how that works. And we discovered this in the 20th century, but the left has decided to try to erase all that. So Riley Gaines now has a wonderful, wonderful idea about making October 10th Real Woman's Day.
You know how you can declare a day a national holiday? Like there's probably like a National Pizza Day or something. I had gone through all the websites and publications to declare October 10th Real Women's Day, but every single one of them declined it because they said it was too controversial. So I'm asking you and encouraging you to stand with me and all other real women on October 10th and recognizing this day as Real Women's Day.
Real Women's Day, and that's all you need to say. Not like Democrat women, fake women, artificial women, pretend women, mentally ill men who think they're women. And this is October, of course, and today is October 6th. So Tuesday is October 10th, and that makes it Real Woman's Day, XX, Roman numerals 1010. Also, coincidentally, I'm going to share a little inside information here. It's my best girl's birthday, 1010, XX, female chromosome, Real Woman's Day. October 10th is her birthday, 1010. Isn't that great? That's kind of a wonderful thing. And it's not really a coincidence, but there's some symmetry here. My birthday is December 12th, which is, anybody, you, that's right. December 12th is 12/12. So my birthday is 12/12. My best girl's birthday is 10/10. So we celebrate on 11/11. We don't really. We celebrate on both of our birthdays because it's better that way. But it is my best girl's birthday on Tuesday. What should I do for her? And then my birthday is her birthday 10/10. My birthday 12/12. I have friends that make fun of us for that every year. Because your friends make fun of you over stuff like that. That's what they do. But it's good. 1010 and Riley Gaines, good for her. Real Woman's Day to honor real women on XX, October 10th, because of the chromosomes. And that brings science back into the discussion instead of the mental illness that the Democrat Party is suffering from on matters of gender and looting and crime and all these other things. Stop shooting people. Stop shooting people. That'd be a good message that the Democrats should be putting out. You know, President Joe Biden has a harebrained scheme to introduce the digital dollar in the United States of America. I like the U.S. dollar. And it's very important to understand the potential consequences of this idea because notwithstanding what they're telling us, this is not in your best interest or mine. And it's important to get smart on this issue. Lickety-split. You can help protect your savings and your retirement from the risks of this crazy digital dollar scheme by diversifying your retirement and your savings with IRAs in gold and silver, precious metals. Call the experts to get started at American Alternative Assets. Call American Alternative Assets today at 888-4-GOLD-20. That's 888-446-5320. You get all the guidance you need to safeguard your retirement and your savings. Say no to Joe Biden's digital dollar scheme. Call 888-4-GOLD-20. Get smart. Individual results may vary. There is no guarantee that past performance of gold and silver will be indicative of future results. Seek your own legal, tax, investment, and financial advice before opening an account. Yeah, Riley Gaines continuing to do good stuff, important stuff. And if you're a feminist, stand up for women. I'm a feminist. Joe Biden is not. But he did, sexually assault Tara Reid, who has had to flee for fear of her own safety. No problem there. The media ignores that. 1010 XX Real Women's Day. Hey, it's Chris Plante. Excited to tell you about our July 2024 Listener Sea Cruise. We'll be sailing around the British Isles, visiting Scotland and Ireland. Please join us. Book by this July 31st for extra savings. Visit ChrisPlanteCruise.com. All right, let's go to the telephones. And I've got more madness. Thanks to the Democrats for providing us with hours of madness every day. Right now, let's go to John calling from Herndon, Virginia. John, you're on the Chris Plante Show.
Hi, Chris. How you doing?
I'm good, John.
Good. I just want to let you know, in case we've forgotten, Hillary knows an awful lot about deprogramming.
Tell me.
How many telephones did she smash when she was in the State Department? How many computers did she bleach bite or whatever it's called?
Yeah, bleach bit.
We really have to understand that when she raises from the vomit, she's very, very successful.
That is a good point. Deprogramming. It is a malleable word, and it's true. She instructed her campaign staff to use hammers to smash their Blackberries and phones to destroy evidence that was under subpoena by the Congress. And she hired a professional to come in and use an app called BleachBit to destroy data. And they destroyed 33,000 emails. She said they were all about yoga. You can tell she's such a yogi. And her daughter's wedding. Chelsea's.
Did you wipe the server? What, like with a cloth or something?
I don't know. How could I know? BleachBit. And then they attacked President Trump for months because, what did he say? Bleached it or something like that? And the media was like, no, that's ridiculous. You're such an idiot. I can't believe you said that. It's called BleachBit. Like that makes, or what did he say? Acid washed it or something like that? But then the media doesn't correct it and say, oh no, she used an app called BleachBit to destroy tens of thousands of emails under subpoena by the Congress looking into her criminality. But pay no attention to that. We've got Vivek Ramaswamy for you today. Democrat criminals looting cities because they like stealing stuff. But there's a caller on the line who called in yesterday, actually, and he got busy and had to take off. But I'm grateful that Randy called back in again today because it's another great story, like my own, like Ronald Reagan's story, like the story that so many of us have. Let's go to Randy calling from North Carolina. Randy, you're on the Chris Plante Show.
Hey, Chris. Great to talk to you, my friend. Listen, your sarcasm, sir, is the stuff of legend, and I have to have a hot, steaming cup of it every morning when I'm listening to the radio.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very kindly.
I have been a Democrat for 40 years, and I didn't walk away. I didn't run away. I climbed back in a cannon and let them shoot me out. That's how bad it's got.
Yeah, it is.
It is insane that the things that are going on in the Democrat Party. And the Democrat Party absolutely loves the Democrat Party.
Well, they do. And was there one particular moment or issue or item that prompted you to put yourself in that cannon and get away from the Democrat Party like it was about to explode?
Well, it's almost like, back home chopping down a tree, a whack here and a whack there, and the next thing you know, the tree's falling down. And it's kind of like that with the Democrat Party, and I don't understand how anybody with a rational mind can say I'm a Democrat. I don't understand it. I mean, they support, men being women, killing babies. I mean, open border, defund the police. It's ridiculous.
What do you think they're doing, Randy? What's their big idea here? I mean, you're right. They're so obsessed with abortion, it's completely insane. Right up to the moment of the open borders thing, and telling us to learn Spanish because they plan on fundamentally transforming the United States of America into something that would be unrecognizable as the United States of America. The crime, the looting, you're right, the anti-police. You're anti-police in a time of skyrocketing crime, and the Democrat Party and their like George Soros allies putting these radical anti-police, pro-crime prosecutors in major cities across the country. They don't seem to be on the side of civilization. I mean, you sound like you listen to my show and you hear this stuff every day, which you don't get from CNN or ABC News or the Washington Post, certainly. So I mean, what's their real agenda? What's this really about, Randy?
Well, I think Levine said it best. He said they hate America.
Yeah.
And how can you argue they don't? I mean, it's like they all got together and one of them went up on a chalkboard and said, whatever's right in this country, let's go the opposite. Let's do the opposite. If whatever. It's insane that the things it's like anything that I see anymore doesn't shock me. It doesn't matter what it is.
It's true. It's and I understand that completely. And you're talking about Mark Levin and his new book, The Democrat Party Hates America. And
right.
And it's hard to come to any other conclusion, isn't it? Because they're so crazy.
I think people need to remember too. I know there was something come out in the polls about Trump being ahead and all like that. But people need to vote like their lives depend on it, because trust me, it does. If the Democrats get back in the next presidential race, we've had the lick. We are done.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, look, the school system, they've poisoned the school system. They've poisoned the education system with their insane agenda, the anti-American, the racial division, the erasing of American history and replacing it with a radical and extreme left-wing version of American history that, I kid you not, the Soviet Union advanced, and some radical college professors in the United States were allowed to advance in the 1970s and the 1980s. And now the Democrats have mainstreamed this racially polarizing, balkanizing agenda, anti-American agenda, anti-founders. It's a racist agenda. It's anti-white people. They say the patriarchy has to be stopped. I figured out what they mean by patriarchy, Randy. That means white men. People that give us like electricity and heart surgery and cures for cancer and satellites and instantaneous global communications and, airplanes and basically almost everything in civilization that we all use every day, from your iPhones to, chemotherapy. You're welcome. Amazing stuff. But yeah, Mark Levin's new book.
They're like a horrible mold you can't get rid of.
And, well, they really are. They are. They're like black mold. That's not a racial reference. Yeah, and Mark Levin's new book, The Democrat Party Hates America, is great, of course, and it lays out exactly what the Democrat Party is up to and what they're all about. And, Randy, you've figured it out after 40 years as a Democrat that the Democrat Party is insane. They're insane on this whole gender thing, and they're anti-woman, they're anti-girl, they're anti-sports, they're anti-baby, they're anti-police, and in the end, Randy, they're anti-American. I don't relish saying that. I'm not that partisan. I just have to say what I see and tell the truth about what I see, and I don't play games with it. But Randy, you've gone the way of Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan said the Democrat Party, I didn't leave the Democrat Party left me. And
absolutely.
Me, when I was a kid and I met Ronald Reagan, 19 years old and 20 years old, and I met Ronald Reagan when he was running for president and then became president. I was raised in a Democrat Party household. I called myself a Democrat. My first vote, foolishly and tragically, was for Democrat Jimmy Carter, the most embarrassing thing of my life. And then I woke up, and again, I didn't leave the Democrat Party. The Democrat Party left me, and now here you are all these years later, Randy. And, you got to explain it when one of your old friends says, what, you're not a Democrat anymore? What do you tell them?
I tell them that, I've left the insanity, and I'm almost embarrassed to say I used to be a Democrat. But, the Democrat Party from John Kennedy's time is nothing. It's just a shadow of what it is today.
Well, I got to say, I would say that it is, I'd say the party in many ways is more powerful than it was then, and that they're using, because this is the international left. This is, honestly, Ho Chi Minh, Vietnamese communist revolutionary, who the Democrat Party adored back then, was trained by the communists in Paris, an organization they called the Comintern. The Communist International was known as the Comintern. And the Democrat Party today is the modern version, the contemporary version of the Comintern, of the Communist International. They're anti-capitalist. They've got Bernie Sanders, and Bernie Sanders, inspired a suicide attacker to go shoot Congressman Steve Scalise. He was fortunately gunned down by the police. Otherwise, he would have used his Chinese communist SKS combat assault rifle to mow down a baseball field populated by Republican members of Congress, including Ron DeSantis and others. But Randy, you and I know you say it's almost embarrassing to say you used to be a Democrat. I'd say, for me, it is embarrassing. I'd delete the almost. It is embarrassing to say that I was ever a Democrat. I was influenced as a child by the wrong people. I was hanging out with the wrong crowd. But I figured it out, I'm happy to say. And now I'm flabbergasted by what I see every day coming from the Democrat Party.
Well, I saw two people having lunch the other day, and they were sitting in a booth right next to me, and they were talking about politics. And one lady said, well, she said, well, I'm a liberal. And she said, well, I guess you're a Democrat. She said, no, I'm not crazy.
No kidding.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Well, I say all the time, Randy, they're not liberals. They're the left. I can sit down and have dinner with a liberal any day of the week. I've got a lot of friends that are friends that I've had since before I started doing talk radio, who are liberals, who are in and out of the news business and so on. And they're liberals, and I've got friends that voted for Joe Biden, and they shake their heads now, but they voted for Joe Biden, and they may have Trump derangement syndrome, and they may not. But, you can be a liberal, I think, and not be insane. The leadership of the Democrat Party, and honestly, most of the rank and file of the Democrat Party now is, I think, certifiably insane. I think that they've lost their minds in the name of, they demonize their enemies, and their enemies are Americans, and they vilify everyone. Oh, you're in cahoots with Putin and the Russians. No, but, Bill Clinton and the Democrats get a lot of money out of Russia, and Joe Biden and Hunter Biden get a lot of money out of Russia, millions of dollars. Oh, yeah. And they get a lot of money, millions of dollars, the Biden family, out of China, out of communist China, and then China gets the kid gloves treatment from the United States of America, while the communists there are seeking to dominate the planet Earth in the 21st century. Never mind that, strip mining the world with child slave labor to get us the rare earth elements to make batteries for our Teslas and our iPhones. And the Democrat Party is just, it is insane is the word that keeps coming to me. John F. Kennedy would not be allowed anywhere near today's Democrat Party. He would be a Republican well to the right of Mitt Romney. John F. Kennedy would be.
Absolutely.
And he was shot in the head by a communist or the CIA. But release the document, CIA.
Probably Democrats.
Say again?
Probably Democrats.
Well, honestly, I got to say, I'm glad you called back in again today, Randy. And I know that there must be millions of people just like you out there because, as you said, if you're a rational person, I don't know how you can be a part of this organization. And if you are, you're a part of the looting, you're a part of the murder, the carjacking, the anti-police, pro-criminal movement in the United States of America, just to name one crazy thing.
Yep.
Right?
Absolutely.
All right, Randy, thank you.
Thank you so much for everything you do, and you keep it up, brother. Hang in there.
Thank you, Randy. Thanks a lot. And with that, let's go to this looting stuff, because the Democrats sacking and plundering our cities from coast to coast, and they've been doing it since St. George Floyd, with fentanyl and methamphetamine and THC in his system, was passing counterfeit bills and died of heart failure while being arrested yet again. And then the Democrats lynched the police officer. Oh, he kneeled on his neck. His knee was between his shoulder blades, and it's police training. Channel 4, the NBC affiliate in Washington, D.C., on the Democrats looting systematically, methodically, and in a sustained fashion the CVS store on 14th Street.
For months now, News 4 has reported on groups of young people ransacking local CVS stores. In fact, this one happened in Columbia Heights. In the span of 2 hours last week, our news partners at Telemundo 44 caught at least 15 people nearly emptying the shelves at the store on 14th Street Northwest. Back in June, we told you about a similar series of robberies. Montgomery County Police say 6 juveniles were charged in more than 90 grab and dash robberies. Tonight, D.C. police confirmed the juveniles are also charged with shoplifting at several CVS stores in the district. Today, CVS released a statement that said, we've worked closely with the D.C. Metro Police to identify and dismantle several major shoplifting rings and will continue to do so. The company did not say it plans to close any local stores.
They should close the stores, and they should use particle board or plywood to board up the storefronts so that the Democrats can spray paint graffiti and turn it into the third world beep hole ghetto that they're converting all of our cities into. Channel 9, this is last night now, updating on the Democrat crime rings. And the problem is not our guns, it's your sons. WUSA, the CBS affiliate here, Channel 9, also did a story on it. And they found a customer.
Customers walk out in disbelief.
I was just sitting there with nothing in there to buy.
It's been happening frequently, 6 months to a year.
Food, diapers, makeup, and medication people rely on gone.
Like myself, I get medication there, and it's going to be awful to go anywhere else to get my medication. You know, this is the closest place you can go at.
Now, will he keep voting Democrat? Chances are roughly 100% that he will, and until like this guy in Brooklyn that was stabbed in the neck and murdered in front of his girlfriend, and his girlfriend refused to cooperate with the police. Turns out they're both radical left-wing Antifa haters, big-time haters. Here is Leslie Moreno of WUSA, the CBS local.
Employees say the store was ransacked 2 days in a row in broad daylight. Staff say thieves target the store on new shipment days and steal merchandise before it even makes it onto the store shelves. They do have a security guard. However, they're trained to protect people, not items, and thieves know that.
So they just let the thieves walk out. Now, here's a great one. They spoke to a local woman who had just moved to the neighborhood.
Hannah Weatherford just bought a house here. She sees the crime every day.
I'm reconsidering selling and moving out because it's getting worse. We get people getting killed here in front of the metro. Stores being robbed every single day. You cannot find food.
Other than that, it's a great neighborhood. That's what the Democrats have done to the capital of the United States of America, and it is the mayor's fault, Muriel Bowser, and the insane city council members who are all leftists. And this woman just moved to D.C., bought a house, taxpayer, and she's like, she just moved there. People are getting killed. You go to the stores and there's nothing there. They're being looted everywhere. It's a third world Mogadishu-style hellhole, and she's already talking about moving out even though she just moved in. Kind of a major investment. Buy a house, move, everything that's involved with that. And she's like, Dad, get me out of here. Our nation's capital, the United States of America. Call out the National Guard. Take home rule away from the leftists in Washington, D.C., and restore civilization to America. Hey, do you have nasty odors in your home or your office that you just can't get rid of? Well, now you can get rid of any stinky odor with the Eden Pure Thunderstorm Air Purifier. The Thunderstorm gets rid of strong odors from cooking, cigarette smoke, litter boxes. Even leftists are no match for the Eden Pure Thunderstorm. The Thunderstorm starts working in a matter of seconds to clear any room of any odor, and there are no filters that you have to buy and replace over and over again. And with more than 350,000 Thunderstorms already sold, thousands of 5-star reviews on Al Gore's amazing internet, I'm telling you, it works like a champ. I've got 2 at home myself, and this week I've got a great deal for you to get your own Thunderstorms. Because right now you can save $200 American money when you buy 3 Eden Pure Thunderstorms for whole home protection. Put one in that teenager's room. Get 3 units for under $200. You can hold one in your hand. They're not big pieces of furniture. All you have to do is go to EdenPureDeals.com, EdenPureDeals.com, put in the discount code Chris, C-H-R-I-S. That's EdenPureDeals.com. The discount code is Chris, and you get free shipping. Yeah, this is the Democrats. And the illegal aliens. Now they're taking away the athletic fields from the kids in Chicago. They're overloaded. And they still won't say out loud, it's Biden's fault. It's the Democrats. These are policy decisions. The Democrats still won't say it out loud. And I really don't have time to go to another call. We got an ex-post this morning saying, I like your show, but you go to too many callers. I think you go to too many callers. I like to talk to the nice people. One of the great things about talk radio, one of the many great things about talk radio, it is the only form of media you're going to find anywhere where the public is invited to engage in real time. And we hand the microphone and the airwaves over to you, our brilliant and beloved public, although occasionally Mike the Lib calls in, you know. But that's fun, too, because free speech is spoken here. We invite lefties to call in, but they realize, I think, that they might have to answer a question or think, and that can be problematic. So they used to call in a lot more than they call in. It's a lot harder to defend being a lefty and a Democrat now.